What's up, Raiders? Bionic here. Welcome to today's Raid Shadow Legends video where, of course, I am going to talk about the tag team arena, right? The details kind of just came out, so now everybody has that information. I was going through it, and I bet I'm not the first YouTuber to talk about it, and obviously it is going to be a little bit negative. I feel that the launch of it was just fine. The fact that they're calling this Raid 2.0 to me does not really seem like new content right now, but what's worse is this little part right here where it says you're not going to be getting any rewards anytime soon. How long? That's the really annoying part. For 12 weeks. Because from what I understand, they're saying that if you make it to Gold 4 at the end of this period, then you will get these rewards. So if we can only go up a tier every week, then I'm assuming they're giving us 12 weeks for this, right? Or am I missing something here? Because it does say that this is going to end in 5 days, which is next Monday. Alright, so for the next 12 weeks, I am going to have to compete against the really good players, which is why you see this keeps going up and up and up and up, right? Like I was somewhere here in my first few fights, and now I keep going down. So it's almost forcing me as a free-to-play player to have to buy these tokens to kind of keep up, right? So I'm not going to do it now. What I'm going to do, and I really suggest you guys do the same thing here, is that I'm going to wait towards the end of this ranking period, and then I'll judge if it's worth it for me to start spending to hopefully get higher. All right. Another thing that I did notice is the fact that I thought all the points were kind of like capped at 10, but you can definitely get some harder teams that will net you more points. Also, they have changed the amount of points I believe that you get or lose. Okay, so that's really important. In my previous videos, right, I showed you guys this in this one right here or this one right here, if I remember correctly. It's basically that if you were to lose even one of those battles, you were going to lose a lot more points than you were going to gain from winning the two. All right. So what do we have to look forward to by not even getting gold bars for the time being? It's literally those ending tiers. All right. So 12 weeks of this to possibly get some of the what seems to be platinum tier sets, right? Because the deflection set and the swift parry set is from this platinum arena typically. But now you could get your hands on a random set, and guess what? This is going to be random main stats. So you might not even get something good out of all this. So for the next 12 weeks, guys, you're literally going in blind, trying to build sort of like your tag team arena tiers, okay? So it is really tailored for, I believe, some of the better end game players. Even I, for a free-to-play player who's been playing for a long time, I might have a hard time making it past some of the silver tiers. I'm hoping that I can maybe get my hands on a swift parry set, so perhaps silver 2 and up. That's the big plan here. And going forward, I am really eager to see how this is going to work with the bazaar, because remember, they showed this in... Where is it? Is it this section right here that they talk about it? No, it is not. It is, if I'm not mistaken, in this... Where is it? They talk about it somewhere. Oh, the bazaar right here. So the bazaar isn't open yet, but once it opens up, you'll have access to a special selection of valuable items. We still don't know what that is. We got some pictures right here, which seems to be perhaps, is that a new set, new amulet or something? And then they can be acquired exchanging them for gold bars. So remember, if you get 2 out of 3 wins, you get a gold bar, perhaps multiple gold bars, the higher tiers you are. But this part right here is real important. You'll earn gold bars from every battle win, and you'll also get an extra bundle once a week according to your tag tier placement. Players in higher tag team arena tiers will earn more gold bars, but they'll also have access to a wider selection of rare items on the bazaar, which means that if you don't end in the higher tiers or you're not able to make it there, then you probably won't have access to the good stuff. Okay, so again, this is really tailored to give a chance to perhaps some of the wells to make their way all the way up to the higher tiers, and then they'll have access to the best stuff once again, like Platinum Arena. So it is somewhat of a rant today, guys, but I'm not too impressed with the launch of this. I think it's a good idea overall. It adds a little bit of things to do right now, but it also is going to drain your resources, and I also talked about that before, right? So anyway, as you can see, I've won all of my battles so far. I have not purchased any extra tokens. I also have not been attacked once so far, and I'm currently barely making it to the next tier because, like I just said, you're effectively now competing against the whales right now, okay? So even if you were able to make it to a higher tier, you might not be able to right now. You'll have to wait perhaps next week when Bronze 1 is a little bit easier. Right now, I feel like a lot of players will be left out, not be able to progress to the next tier because they put us in the same pool as everybody else. So anyway, guys, I want to know what you think about this right now because I can imagine that everybody's complaining. I don't think that this is properly done. I would have hoped for something perhaps a little bit more fair for everybody, but then again, we know how Plarium works, and so yeah, I guess all I can say now is good luck, guys. Good luck. I hope you make it as far as possible. Like I said, perhaps passing Silver 2 would be nice because that Swift Pari set looks really, really good. I really hope I have a set that works because I'll probably never have another one after this. I still can't really compete in Platinum Arena. Sorry. So anyway, let's go over my champions real quick that I am currently using so that you guys perhaps once again can have some kind of baseline as to what a free player has been able to achieve. So it's this right here. I am obviously running Arbiter because I managed to get her. I am also using a Rosin because it's a really good aura to have. Rosin and Mausoleum Mage combined together, especially if your Mazo has a lot of resistance, makes this team kind of viable as a kind of like very tanky team. Of course, Sile of the Drakes is really good in here because we're adding a lot of sustainability. Rosin is, you know, ready for the clan boss. I didn't want to take him apart or gear him specifically for the arena. And I just pulled a Gorgrob, so I'm going to work with this guy, and then I'm trying to split up some of my best champions, okay? So I think that's another crucial part if you're starting out. Don't necessarily try to have one really, really good team and then do really shitty teams because I'd assume you're going to lose a lot of ranking points pretty quick. You want to balance your team so that they're all annoying to deal with, all right? That's how I see it for now. So you see me here playing around with a Skull-Lord Vorgal. The reason for this, guys, is because I was really surprised. I was going to use my Lugan, and I probably will at some point, but look at this guy's HP, 22,000. Look at Skull-Lord for a defense-type champion. This guy has 27,000 HP and a lot more defense, and as well as a lot of speed, as well as a ton of resistance. So I'm like, alright, maybe I should just play it around, see if I can get him to work in a shield set for whatever reason, right? I just want him to be really, really tanky and kind of like add survivability to my other champions, which is the Foley and the Torment in this case. Now, I might switch up these champions around a little bit, but overall, this is kind of like the gist of how I'm using my teams, right? And I think it's doable because I was going to do Arbiter, Rosin, and then High Katoon, right? As your three sort of like leads that are really accessible over time for a free-to-play player, low spender, whatever. And then a lot of my fusion champions, once again, they're my MVPs. I don't have a lot more champions to work with, and the rest of them are basically geared for the clan boss, which means they're too slow. You're always going to want more speed, and even more speed on all your champions for the arena. So that's how I decided to play. Anyway, I did show most of my champions not too long ago. I'll quickly go over them a little bit more. This guy needs his gear completely maxed out. She needs her gear to be maxed out as well. I have not done her skills yet. I would love to max out this right here. Even this one right here overall is pretty good to max out. The Rhodos got maxed out not too long ago, but he still doesn't have 100% crit rate. Foley I just talked about. I love this guy. This guy's still in the shield set. Ghostborn, probably not going to use him for now. Then Lugan and Skull-Lord, still not quite sure. Zargala in an immunity set. If you have immunity sets lying around, guys, definitely use them on some of your nukers, okay? To prevent being stunned, I think is a good way to go unless you have a lot of block buffs or remove debuffs champions, right? I could also use a Skull Crusher. That's another decent plan. Unfortunately, the aura isn't good for the arena though, okay? But it is something I could definitely work with. And then the rest of the champions, it was the Gorgrob right here, okay? So that's sort of like my third best speed pieces, only able to hit 267 compared to my Arbiter, which is 325, all right? So still not quite there yet. I got a lot of work ahead of me, so I'm farming the dungeon, the dragon dungeon over and over and over until I get better speed gear. Anyways, guys, so that's it for today. I'm sorry, a little bit of a rant, as well as once again a little bit of an overview as to what a free-to-play player setup looks like after 16 months for the new Tag Team Arena. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to sub and like, and I will catch you guys later.